officials. Thank you. Would like to remind you we have a raffle going up front, so the candidates cutouts, those are being raffled off up front. Very funny, you can take one of those home with you if you win the raffle. If you do take any photos tonight, hashtag Hobnob2016. Hashtag Hobnob2016. Throw those out there. We've got a lot of those going through the chamber. I'd like to bring the candidates that are running across the stage, and we'll do introductions of those guys. So we'll go ahead and start off. In no particular order, we will go with John Hill. Les Beach. Kelly Thatcher. Carol Snyder-Jones. Carolyn Aylett. Mark Brown. Gilbert Barrington. And folks, if you would like to talk to these folks afterwards, please feel free to approach them after we have all of the meetings. This is what they're here for. You can approach, speak to somebody one-on-one, talk to them about all of the concerns that you have. And we appreciate all that you guys do. Thank you so much. Now who we will be bringing up here will be the Winchester mayoral candidates, and they're going to have a few minutes to speak. This has been a long time since we have had a mayoral race in Winchester, so we felt that that was going to be a very important thing. I think it's going back to the early 90s, and so we would like to, in alphabetical order, bring up Barry Deuel.
Good evening, I'm Barry Deuel. I'm a 33-year resident of the city of Winchester. I want to thank Lord Fairfax Community College for hosting this event in the Top of Virginia Regional Chamber. What a great event. It's maybe my third time, and it grows and gets better every time I come. Everybody's pretty excited about the election cycle this year, and I want to talk a little bit about what I represent. First thing I want to do, though, is to recognize Liz Miner, who's going to be retiring this year as the mayor of Winchester. No one's going to replace her. She's regal, she's royal, and I hope that the next mayor of Winchester can serve with the grace and the fortitude that she has served the city. So certainly, if you get a chance to thank Liz, please do that on my behalf. I'm an only child of deaf adults. My parents were deaf, and they taught at the West Virginia School for the Deaf in Romney, West Virginia. I learned at a very early age, since sign language is my first language, to communicate with gestures and facial contours and shaking hands and be upfront with people. And that kind of maybe why this road has led to this opportunity to run for mayor. Communication is the key for us to really get things done in our community. We have a great community. We have a great region. It's exemplified by the folks sitting in our chairs. We've got a platform that we got to stick to. We got to talk about some issues. One thing that we want to really emphasize in Winchester is the greatness of our school system and our education. That includes Lord Fairfax Community College, but Shenandoah University, Winchester Public Schools. We're going from not just having academic enrichment for our students, we're also looking at career and technical education programs to have a better workforce for everybody in the community. I know Rob and those that have small businesses are very interested in us taking education, not just to the academic levels we've had in the past, but also put in the components for career and technical education. Also, if you're trying to attract business to Winchester, two of the things that most people will tell you in research is you've got to have a good school system and a good healthcare system. And we're very fortunate in Winchester to have a great healthcare system. Of course, Valley Health is a key, and Shenandoah University is a key, both educationally and the healthcare preparement and academic programs we offer at Shenandoah. The second part of the platform that I want to talk about is public safety. It's getting a lot of attention, a lot of committees across the country. We've got to do all we can to support our public safety folks, our police, our fire rescue, our social services. We all want to have the best for our citizens. They need our support. They need a pat on the back. They need someone to be positive about what they do, because it's not always the easiest thing in that job. And you all know they put a lot of hours in and don't get paid a whole lot. Last thing on my, because I see that I have a timer here. Now I'm supposed to. Last thing on my agenda is infrastructure. And we can all kind of take for granted, our streets and our water service and our pickup, trash, and that type of thing. So we want to make sure we maintain, keep Winchester a beautiful city. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. Have a great, safe trip home, and thank you, Jody, for organizing this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.